week you're going to be working on lesson 5, and it really is quite a big lesson. So we have a number of activities to do, and a couple of them are relatively large. So it's really important to get your work done as early as you can this week and to do the best you can with so much stuff going on. So the first thing that you need to do is read about your the literary elements of this week, which are imagery and sound. And don't be fooled. They are quite complex. The readings for each of these literary elements is very good. It's very engaging, very entertaining, and extremely informative. But both of these are very deep subjects. So imagery includes things like metaphor and synecdoche and hyperbole and litotes. So you have a lot of elements going on within just imagery. Also within sound, you're going to learn rhythm and meter within poetry, which is called scanning. So you're going to be able to look at a poem and realize how its meter and how its rhythm adds to the meaning and such. So those are two very complex literary elements. So don't be fooled by the simplicity of their name. You are also going to begin working with a new literary theory, which is psychoanalytic criticism. So you're going to have to read about that and how you can apply that to the readings this week. You also have 12 poems to read. You're only going to work with one of them, but I really encourage you to read every poem listed. And that's because you need as many examples as you can to pull out all the different types of imagery that you're going to read about and all the different information about sound, rhythm, and meter within poetry, because they're all very different examples of those elements. So make sure you read all 12 of the poems, but you're only going to, of course, work with one of them. Well, I guess if you choose. If you want to work with several of them, then I definitely encourage you to do that. But at least one. So you have to work with at least one of the poems listed in the content this week. And you are going to do the same discussion board that you've done so far. You're going to generate 2 questions. You're going to answer one of your own questions and another question from another student. Okay, so again, this is the same. It should be relatively familiar. Make sure that your answers to the questions meet the length requirement, which is 250 to 300 words. Make sure you do that so you get the credit for that. And then, of course, further to the discussion in any way that you like. Okay, so we've got, so far we have your literary elements. We have a new literary theory we're working with, the selection of poems that you need to read, the discussion board that you're going to be participating in based on those poems. Then, let's see here, you are going to revise and submit your first analysis essay. Last week, you worked on peer reviewing each other, so based on the comments that you got from your partner last week, you need to revise your work. You can submit a draft to me sometime this week, hopefully before Thursday, so that you can get further feedback if you need it. The more feedback you can get, the better. So use your partner, use me, use a friend or a family member. The more people who look at this information, not just this information, but your paper, the better. You'll get so many different perspectives. I also encourage you to utilize the online writing tutors from BYU Idaho as well for yet another perspective, and use them multiple times. So that is a big assignment this week. That's your first critical analysis essay that you need to submit. It's the final draft, and then you submit it using the link that you are provided here. Just click open and you'll be able to do that. When you do it, please make sure that you submit a Word document. Do not cut and paste it into the comments area. I have to be able to assess your MLA formatting. So please don't just ignore all the MLA that you've covered so far this quarter or semester, excuse me. That all needs to be in place. So be sure to use the rubric for this assignment in order to do the best that you possibly can on it. Let's see here. Then, of course, you complete the self-assessment and the lesson evaluations, and another Another assignment that you don't normally have is the mid-course feedback. So to do this, you start it, say yes, and the question here is, did you do it, yes or no? But the survey itself is this link here. So it's highlighted in blue. You click that, and then the survey will come up. It's all about me and how you've worked with me this quarter. Excuse me, semester. I'm having the darndest time, aren't I? All right, so this again is not something you do normally, so make sure that you complete that as well. Hopefully you're not feeling overwhelmed. This really is a busy week. You've got a new literary theory. You've got new literary elements that you need to read about. Lots of poems, discussion boards, your first essay. That's a huge, huge assignment. So use me. Use my office hours this week. If you'd like to meet with me anytime outside of my office hours, you know, I'm absolutely more than happy to do that with you. If you'd like to work with me one-on-one with your paper, I would love to do that for you. So just let me know what you need. Don't feel overwhelmed. Just put your shoulder to the wheel and have a great week. Get everything done that you can. Try not to stress, and just know that I'm pulling for you in all you do, and that I truly do love you, and I have absolutely loved working with you so far this semester, and we've got more lessons ahead. So don't let this one bog you down. Just do your best and let me know how I can help.